in the Pokemon Draft League, and here's my team. But before we go into it, we had one Mega pick, two Tier 1s, two Tier 2s, two Tier 3s, two Tier 4s, and two Tier 5s. The tiering was based upon the people of the draft, based on what we feel belongs in each tier. So for my Mega, I picked Megalopony. Megalopony is really strong because it has 136 base speed, and it has the ability Scrappy, and it has a pretty good attack stat, and it has priority. And with the ability Scrappy and normal fighting coverage, it can basically hit everything neutrally in the game, which is super useful. It also gets Baton Pass. It can also run the Fake Out Last Resort. It has Power Punch. It has Cosmic Power. It has a lot of useful moves, and mainly the best sets like Fake Out, Quick Attack, Return, High Jump, Kick. So Megalophony is like something I could bring to every game and it'll always do well. Next for tier one, in the draft pool, I saw Victini, I saw Rillaboom, I saw Cinderace, I saw Magearna, I saw a lot of really good Pokemon. And at that point, I was debating on between Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Victini. Cinderace and Victini are super strong fire types, and Cinders brings priority with Sucker Punch, but I ended up picking Rillaboom over both of those because Rillaboom has priority Grassy Glide and it can also set up grassy terrain, and I think that's really worth it as it gives me more team building options later on. Then I wanted to pick Victini. I was hoping it'd stay and people just forget that the Pokemon exists, but the person right before me picked Victini. But then another Pokemon that was super good just ended up staying for some reason, and that's Magearna. That's my second tier 1 pick. Magearna is crazy. Like, it can set up with Shift Gear, it can set up with Calm Mind, it has Iron Defense, Draining Kiss, Stored Power, I don't know, Flurricancher and Trick Room Life Orb. There's so many good sets you can run with this. But it's mainly just a really good setup Pokemon. So for my tier 2 pick, I wanted to pick something that can benefit Magearna's setup capabilities, but also I can also set up with Rillaboom and just go for Swords Dance and spam priority Grassy Glide. That's really useful. So I wanted something to support that, but I also wanted something that would provide good use to my team besides just that. And I wanted some speed because my team, other than Megalopony, is pretty slow. So I ended up picking Alolan Ninetails. Alolan Ninetails has a really good base speed stat at 109, and also it's an ice type, which is really good, and it's a fairy type, and it can basically set up Light Screen and Reflect in one turn with Aurora Veil, which is really useful because I can set that up, switch into Magearna, and then Magearna has an easier time setting up. But also I can run like Choice Scarf Ninetales and just spam Blizzard because I have Snow Warning. Freeze Dry is so useful, and also against rain teams, sun teams, sand teams, I'm able to fight a decent weather war and take out their weather, which is really useful. And then my second tier 2 pick, so I could have picked something that had a lot of power, but I realized I have no. So right now at this point, I have no Stealth Rocks. I have a pretty big fire weakness, and also have no hazard removal. So I wanted my next few picks to deal with my team's weaknesses rather than just picking Pokemon that have really strong power. Because in Draft League, you have to be able to team build around your own weaknesses and have things that are versatile. So it so for versatility, my second tier 2 pick is Silvally. Silvally can be any type, and in this generation, multi attack is 120 base power. So I basically get a 120 base power stab move. And you may say Silvally can't really hold an item because it has to hold an item that changes its type. I can run normal type Silvally with like Choice Band and just spam multi attack. So Silvally is very dangerous. And also, the main reason I picked it is because it has Defog and Parting Shot. Defog, I can remove hazards, and Parting Shot gives me tremendous momentum because I can lower my opponent's attack and special attack set and switch out into something like Magearna, Rillaboom, and that'd be really useful. Now we move on to RU or Tier 3. So now I realize I still have a fire weakness unless I can, run like rock type Silvally or something. but I also don't have Stealth Rocks, and I immediately wanted something with Stealth Rocks. But I also wanted a Psychic type, and also wanted something that can be versatile. Like, I don't just want something I can set up Stealth Rocks and just be like, whatever. So, for versatility, I picked Mesprit. Mesprit has really good base stats. I think 80 base HP, 105 attack, defense, special attack, and special defense, and I think like 85 or 80 speed. It also has Stealth Rocks, U-Turn. It has so much coverage moves. It's pretty hard to team build against, and as a versatile Pokemon, I can tailor to my opponent's team, which is really useful. But now, I'm still worried about my fire weakness, so I wanted to pick. So there's just Pokemon in RU that, or Tier 3 that shouldn't have been in Tier 3, and I saw it. I was really thinking of picking it, but I really badly wanted Mesprit, so I was like, what do I do? It was Entei. Like, Entei's just so good. But like someone picked it before me. I was like, what do I do? So I'm like, I want something else that can take fire attacks. So I realized I can just get a bulky water, and there were many in tier 3, but the one I chose was Vaporeon. Vaporeon can pass wishes. It has good momentum. I think baton pass, teleport, and flip turn. Like it has flip turn, which is super useful for momentum, but it also has a decently high special attack stat at 110. So I can run an offensive Vaporeon, and I can really tailor to my opponent's team, which is really really useful. Like I think it's a really good bulky water, and I got it in tier 3, which at this late in the draft, which is really good. Now, going into tier 4, I wanted a ground type, but I also wanted another stealth rocker because I only have one. And I saw a really, really good one, Sanakonda. And also, it's kind of like Mini Zygarde because it has glare, it has coil. It just doesn't have the 1,000 arrows, but like, still, it's super good. And it has stealth rocks. So, that's why I picked Sanaconda. I expected to do really well. And now I'm looking at my team. I don't have any like just straight up come in and raw power. Like I guess I can run like Choice Specs Magirna, Choice Banded Silvally, Choice Banded Willow Boom. I mean, Mega Lopunny does a lot of damage, but I want something that's like a dedicated wall breaker. And I also wanted a fire type. And I got Embor. I guess I'm doubling up on fighting types, but that's okay. Like I think I have enough psychic resist between like running a different type Silvally and Magirna. Oh yeah, and my Mesprit. Like Ambush is straight up wall breaker. Yeah, and I think I got more coverage in this game. I can also run special Embor. So yeah. Then my tier 5s, I wanted an electric type. I also wanted some speed, so I picked Minetrick. It also has lightning rod, which is pretty useful. So I can soak up other volt switches. So I have 2 electric immunities now technically. And then for my last pick, I had no idea what to pick, so I just looked through the entire list, and I realized it's just Pokemon that can actually be pretty fast, and it pairs pretty well with Hail, and it's Ice Cube. So if you don't know, in Hail, Ice Cube's Ice Body, which is kind of like Mimikyu's Disguise, just it only works if you get hit by a physical attack. In Hail, that thing keeps getting restored, and this thing has Belly Drum, and if its Ice thing gets broken by like a physical attack, then its speed is 130. So I can set a Belly Drum, take a hit, and then I have 130 base speed Pokemon with plus 4 attack. So it's something my opponents have to prep for, and it's pretty scary. So that's my team. Mega Lopunny, Rillaboom, Magirna, Alolan Ninetails, Silvally, Mesprit, Vaporeon, Sanaconda, Embor, Minetrick regular, and then Ice Cube. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And see you guys on Wednesday for VGC Wednesday. Bye bye.